Hi everyone, it's Eric Solomon, and I'm bringing you the early Pick 5 preview from Monmouth Park for Saturday, June 5th. I put together a $27 ticket today for this sequence. Single at the end of the ticket that I think is pretty logical. I'm going to start there with the single, race 5, number 3, Road to Meath. I think this horse is pretty logical. This horse had was a monster in 2020. Labor Day 2020, 13-length win at Saratoga with non-winners and 2 claimers. Form has kind of regressed progressively, been claimed a few times, now drops here to a lower level, and just looks to be better than this group. I think this is a pretty logical single in this sequence. So to get there, we went 2 deep in the first. For first race, Maiden Claiming, 2 horses that kind of stand out above the rest. I like the 2 Bedazzling at a little bit of a price here. It has some bad races in the form, bad race on turf, bad race in slop over at Aqueduct with state-bred Maiden Claimers. But you go back, first of all, comes back to the Mike Deaney barn where he had some success before. Has 1 start at 2 turns, and that was by far his best race. So should be on a fast track today, back at 2 turns. I think that bodes well for number 2. Also in the 1, Ralph Copperhead Road. I used this horse, but ended last week. Ended up being a steward's scratch and off the turf $25,000 Maiden Claimer. Drops in here for 16 Maiden Claimer when the race carted for the dirt. And again, just looks better than a lot of the foes in here. Race 2, my top pick, again, going for a little bit of a price. Hidden Style is the one I want. And again, kind of another one that has a little bit of a hidden form. You go back 2 starts, an off the turf race, caught a fast track here at Monmouth. Absolutely dominated that race. It was by far his best. So his only 2-turn race and a fast track was on this course. Again, comes back to that scenario today. It looks pretty live. I think the other 2 worth using are the 2 shorter price horses, the 3-year-olds, the 2 Luxero and the 4 Kentucky Cool, who drops after a little bit of a dull effort with a better group last week here. Another horse running back after a week comes in race 3, my top pick. Let's Take It Izzy. I liked this horse last week after the debut at Keeneland and was second to La Castiglione last week in Maiden Claiming. Comes back a week later, probably looks to be in good form off the quick turnaround. 2 other horses worth using here. I think the first-time starter, number 7, Barrel, and number 3, Shining Colors, coming back off a 14-month layoff. If you can get back to where he was at the layoff, definitely, probably beats this field. But again, that is a little bit of a question mark, so I want a little bit of coverage there. And then our 1 sequence on the grass. Some rains on Thursday, Friday, but I think they should be good for the turf. My top pick, 6-1, number 1, Novala. Novala, second-time starter. Got away from the gate from the rail at Tampa last time out, and had a little trouble going into the first turn. Still ran on well enough. I think there's more. I think there's more there for that horse. Horse I think that is interesting at 8-1 on the also eligible list, if you can draw in, is number 12, Nikki's Kitten. Again, going to need help to get into the race, and coming off 2 abysmal races on the dirt. But you go back to the turf form, this horse had 2 maiden special weight races at the fairgrounds back in 2020. And, what wasn't really a factor in those races, future stakes winners came out of those races. Hendy Woods and Dream a Little Dream for You. So, obviously was facing considerably better horses there. Gets back onto the turf. So, even if she doesn't get in today, that's a horse that might, just kind of look out for next time when it can draw in. Also, we'll use the 4, She Broke My Heart in that race, coming off the layoff. Draw a line through the last. The 2 starts prior were pretty good. Susan Crowell, the trainer, she's been sending out, her horses have been live so far. So that's the $27 ticket for Saturday. Feature on the card is also the nightcap. It's the Grade 3 Monmouth Stakes. Good field there. 12 races, great day of racing, and should be a beautiful weekend in Oceanport, New Jersey. Good luck to everybody.